What is up? What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Check this out, man. Hey, y'all know how Uncle Mike do it, man. I try to get the kids involved and everything. I'm on the tricycle, y'all. I done backed up more and more. I got the drone in the air, right? Shit. My neck. I'm sorry, y'all. I got the drone in the air. I'm trying to shoot a music video with the drone and everything. So I got the kids, right? They want to be in the video. Okay. Why adjust some more stuff? Yeah. So I said, y'all want to be in the video? Yeah. You know, kids want to do anything, right? So I'm getting them on the back of the tricycle, and I know how to work the drone, but I'm getting old, y'all. Uncle Mike getting old, so you can make the drone follow the object. So I'm making the drone follow us without me remote controlling it, and all this stuff. It's supposed to follow us, right? So I finally got it to do that. And brother driving the motorbike, he ain't playing the music. We out there having fun, y'all. He's supposed to play the music. I'm supposed to be rapping or singing along with the music and stuff, making a video, right? So the kids supposed to be, they want to be in the video. So we over here in the Philippines having fun. We enjoying ourselves. I don't care what anybody said. We having fun. That's what matters. So all of a sudden, the drone crashes into a tree. And I'm like, what? How are we gonna get this thing out of the tree? Oh my gracious. So now the drone is stuck in the tree. Hey y'all, we got it out, man. We got it out. We got it out though. We got it out the tree, y'all. Real talk. We got it out the tree. And the leg was broke. We broke a leg off. But I put it back on, and it's on, but it's not on real tight. But it'll fly. So we flew it some more to shoot some more footage. And so I said, let's put some glue on it. Some crazy glue. So I had to take it off again to put crazy glue on it. And I couldn't get it back in where it was. I should have left well enough alone. I should have just left it alone. Anyway, long story short, I finally got, look, here go the drone right here. I finally got the leg back on where it should be at. But because I put crazy glue on it, that one leg won't collapse. So all the other legs collapse anyway. So I'm gonna fly it later on to see if everything works. But that one leg, y'all, that one leg gonna be sticking out for life. I'm looking at buying a new one anyway. Anyway, check this out, man. TikTok concerns over Raven-Symoné after meltdown over wife pulls years of disturbing receipts. What? Wait a minute, girl. First of all, I just thought it was a rumor. Maybe when she cut her hair. Poor thing, man. This little Raven-Symoné girl, poor thing. She was an itty little baby when I was watching the Cosby Show. Uncle Mike 59, she looked older than me. Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out.
Concerned about what is going on between her and her wife.
Here we go. Let's check this bad boy out. Here we go.
Has done what a lot of people said is a cry for help on TikTok. And people are really, really concerned about what is going on between her and her wife. Now, I'm going to show y'all the video that Raven put up that has everybody saying it is a cry for help, okay? I'm going to show y'all the video. However, after that, TikTok pulled up some disturbing receipts about what is going on between Raven and her wife, her life, her whatever. What is going on between Raven and her wife? Y'all, let's get into this as soon as I can get my bun together. It is really bothering me.
Ha 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 ha.
Rubber band back in.
Get the rubber band back
I
in.
should hold it.
You
Anyway,
go,
y'all, let's
girl.
get
Do your
into this.
thing.
First
Do
of
your
all,
thing,
let's get
baby.
into the videos about what Raven actually sent, because this isn't. Let me give y'all the background if y'all new to this. I was going to go to sleep, but then I was like, this is so funny. We have to talk about this, okay? So Raven and her wife are trending because her wife, what's her wife's name? Miranda. I took notes because her wife, Miranda's jabs that she takes at her and the shade that she usually sends to Raven is getting more and more overt. But again, it's all hilarious to me because I remember very specifically, let me pull the video. I remember very specifically Raven saving a couple of years ago when her fans first started pointing out the passive aggressive shots her wife would say to her. Okay, let's get into what Miranda is actually saving. I have some videos. Hold on. Let's put up the first.
I'm here with Miranda.
Okay, hold on. Let's put up the first video. Pay attention to this. Just pay attention, okay? I'll interrupt when I feel like it.
I'm here with Miranda, my wife, to tell you to stop it in the comments and stop with the death threats. Stop it.
I hope to clear the air right now in letting you all know that I never have once said that I did not know who Raven was. I only ever said that I did not grow up watching That's So Raven. I did not watch her as a child. But since getting married and meeting her in 2015, I have seen the majority of her work. I love That's So Raven. I think she should have won all the Emmys. I think my wife is endlessly talented. I'm receiving so much hate for something that is really just a big spiral of internet misinformation.
And for all of the blue checks out there acting like trolls, sit down.
Thank you, next.
But why is she acting like that? Like, daggone, Raven. This is crazy. This is crazy to Uncle Mike, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, so that is the video that Raven posted. And again, listen, when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, what's going on? Because am I the only one that still has trouble taking Raven seriously? Like, she is sitting here trying to look hard, hard, hard. But at the end of the day, I just wasn't convinced. But you know what? I said that's not the point. The point is we actually pay attention to what's going on. Now, what video are they referring to? First of all, and I gotta be honest, who is sending Raven's wife? Like, who's doing that? Who? Who? And when I thought about it, I'm like, I've never seen this trending. I haven't seen the thing. And if it is, what are you doing in the TikTok comments or Instagram comments, reading every comment that is said about your wife? But I found the original video via Freaky Marco of what they're actually talking about. This is the original video from 2 years ago. All right, turn your sound up because let's see. Can we get in to this?
All the
Turn
way
your
up.
sound up
It's all the way up.
so you can hear this. This is the original video.
I am literally because sometimes I look at these things and I'm just like, my gosh, like this show, it's called Tea Time with Raven and Miranda. The amount of times that people still ask what I'm doing sitting here is mind-boggling to me. It's like, I started this podcast, not Raven, me. Like, that's why I'm here. People that I think is the person who like puts water in cups, it's like.
Okay, so that was the wrong video. Hold on, let me find the other one. 1 second.
Wait a minute. They ask it. She started the podcast, right? And they asking her, "Why are you here?" Wait a minute. She started the podcast, right? So they asking her, "Why are you here?" Because they want to hear what Raven got to say. Oh, that's cold. That's cold.
We're going to come back to that video. Is it this one? No,
Oh my goodness.
not that one.
I have learned by
Not
being with
that
I
one.
have learned by being
Okay, let's try this one. Let's try this one. Hold on. Yeah,
This is
I don't
Tisha
know,
live,
Raven.
y'all.
This
is a
girl,
live of hers.
I'm very, very, very confused about the whole Raven situation. Hold on really quick. Let's get this one going. That was 2.
I am literally.
Okay, hold up. And y'all know I'm with my technical. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
I heard was that the average person in our country has a 6th grade education. That is the average person, and the
reading capability,
and 6th grade reading capability, which means
What? Wait a minute. Hey, one more time.
has a 6th grade education. That is the average person, and the
reading capability,
and 6th grade reading capability, which means that the majority of people you are interacting with online, and that made me understand my comment section a lot better, because I was like, I am literally, gosh, like this show, it's called Tea Time with Raven and Miranda. The amount of times that people still ask what I'm doing sitting here is mind-boggling to me. It's like, I started this podcast, not Raven, me. Like, that's why I'm here. Being told that I should just be the person who like puts water in cup, being told that I should just be the person who like puts water in cup, being told that I should just be the person who like puts water in cup. It's so shocking to me that this
Crystal
is
Light. Just plain.
not water.
Not water, just Crystal Light.
Why Crystal
I
Light?
don't know, I just thought about it.
That's so weird. You don't even drink Crystal Light.
You're right.
Okay, so let me just play the video really
You're right.
quick. So
You're right.
this is another clip I found of, and it's all going to come together in a second, right? Listen, that thing where she was saying, no, it's not just Raven. This was my podcast. As if anybody was showing up for Miranda's podcast and not Raven. I'm not saying this woman is or is not talented. What I'm saying is you are with a childhood star, a Disney star, a millennial and Gen Z star. You really think that people were coming to listen to your podcast for you, not because Raven was the one talking, but it went on, right? It deteriorated to her basically calling their podcast listeners low IQ because she's mad that 90% of the listeners are there for Raven and her celebrity wife is the main draw. Okay. Now, where did it all come from?
You should be happy that your wife can draw people to your podcast. Y'all should be happy. Do you know how hard it is to draw people attention towards you? Man, that's hard to do. Let's continue.
Okay. When they first got together, she made a point to say that she never knew who Raven was, okay? She never knew who Raven was. I believe I took notes that she had never even heard of Raven before. She never even knew she was famous because she was into other things as a kid. And Raven, I believe,
Like
was
what?
being too clueless to understand that you are with somebody that literally resents your success, okay? And instead, Raven was like, oh my God, I'm glad I found somebody that recognizes my celebrity. Okay. Now, this is the most appalling one that TikTok, I'm not going to hold y'all too long. I just want to take y'all through these TikTok clips because this is one of the most appalling ones that they actually had, right? This is an older clip too. I'm about to play you guys. Make sure
I
you
have
look
learned
here.
by being with her. I have
Hold on.
learned by
This is an older one. I have to set it up for you, right? This is an older clip. It's from people asking why Raven is no longer allowed to make her own decisions, to decide what she wants to eat, to decide what she wants to wear, to make decisions down to even her own body. This was her response. Hold on.
I have learned by being with
No,
her.
that's not it. 1 second.
What I heard was that the average person.
No, that's not it either. Hold on. That's not it. This is it. Okay. We'll go. 1 second. I know. It's late. I didn't expect to.
Man, we need to edit this bad boy. Come on, girl. Come on, gal. Come on. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You're the one who started the whole fucking thing about my period blood, so now you're going to start the handler
Let's
thing.
talk about the handler, because people like to talk about it. People have been calling you a handler because you've made sure that I've taken care of my body. You've made sure that I'm smiling every day and that I'm happy. You made sure that I'm making better choices with my career that I wanted and didn't have the guts to do by myself, and I finally have someone to do it. You made sure that as a human, not as a celebrity, I'm taken care of. So for those of you that are using the word handler as a negative, I feel sorry for you, because technically you too have a handler. That's your mama. You too have a handler. That's your teacher.
No, Raven. People that are, how old is Raven now? 35? No,
Oh my
your mama's
God.
not
Oh
doing
my
all.
God,
And your
don't say
mama
that.
loves you, I would assume, or at least you. If she don't, you know her craziness,
Oh
right?
my God, this is crazy.
There is
Hold up. She 35. I'm thinking of 35-year-old. She 30 and 31, 32, and my nephew 38. He know better. He already learned better. He learned better a long time ago. So yeah, she just going through some stuff. She don't know what she wanted. She definitely don't have her mother guiding and telling her and making her do what she's supposed to do when she was a little star. Here we go.
no, your mama's not doing all. And your mama loves you, I would assume, or at least you. If she don't, you know her craziness, right? There is nothing good in having a handler at this grown age. Even the way she's like, if you have a teacher that's a handler, your teacher is not teaching you all this, Raven. I really honestly feel, I'm gonna let y'all hear this the end in a second. I feel like Raven is a child star. And again, I used to hear rumors about her and her wife's relationship. And I never paid it any mind until she has Raven on Al Gore's internet talking about stop the death. Miranda, get out the comment section. But let's keep going because Raven, you too, I'm about to tell you, you too have a handler. And everybody that's over the age of 25 is like, what are you talking about? We's a free now. Hold on.
To have a handler. That's your mama. You too have a handler. That's your teacher. Everybody has someone that you lean on in order to make your life a little bit easier. So for those of you calling her a handler in the negative way, go sit down. For those of you who are understanding how that can actually be a good thing, thank you. You're welcome. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now in this body, in this way. So go sit the fuck down.
You're my handler.
I'm trying. You don't like it, you're a Leo, so it's hard.
I'm so happy that we chose each other to be each other's handlers.
See, we're handlers.
Handlers.
Again, does it not see? Again,
Wow.
I wasn't on it and I wasn't paying attention. But now that I watch it, does it not look like this woman has, I don't know, her intent? It's weird. It's weird the way that Raven lives in a world that she thinks it's normal to be a handler. It's weird that like people are like, Raven, do you not see what this woman is doing? Okay. Again, this is the response when the whole internet, or at least Ravens fans, were asking, how come you're not allowed to go, no longer allowed to go anywhere, do an interview, or make an appearance anywhere, or do an interview without that wife, Miranda, not only being there with her, but interjecting. And again, this just goes to show when somebody is drawn to your light, but jealous of your light, I believe they will start to break you down, whether you are involved with a man or a woman. It doesn't matter. It's a personality type. I think Raven's been so sheltered, or maybe she's been so screwed over by the people she loves. Or the people that were supposed to protect her, that she doesn't even realize that at this stage, it is weird. It's weird. It's weird. Now, for y'all being like, Tisa, once again, you putting 20 on 10. Get to the point, Tisa. No, this is the point, because I'm about to show you another clip. Turn your sound up. It's going to blow your mind. Hold on. I put a lot of time into getting these clips together. Y'all know I don't usually like getting clips of anything. I put a lot of time into these clips. You're going to watch these clips
ain't in order.
and come to
Get
this,
them
and
in
come
order,
to your
though.
own conclusion. But just hold on. Let me get this clip up. Where is this at? This is the clip. Y'all, this right here.
Wow.
This is the clip. This is the clip. This is the clip. This is the clip. Listen to this.
But you're rich.
Turn your sounds all the way up. And tell me this don't sound like, again, I've only ever been in heterosexual relationships, so I'm like, she sounds like a hating a ninja, right?
Damn.
And the ones that you don't even realize they're jealous of you until you break up. Again, they could be perfectly happy. I could be misreading it, but I don't know. And you know how when you're with the wrong person, they always have you out there looking and sounding stupid. That's the way Raven looked and sound where she was telling the trolls in the shade room comments to stop coming for Miranda. Miranda, knock it off. Ain't nobody sending you a shut up. Anyway, let's get out. Look, here's what this is. Exhibit everything for her being a hater. Listen. If it wants to, hold on.
But you're rich.
Not as rich as me.
Really? Wait.
Did you hear that? They started off by saying, but you're rich. This is a podcast. Again, her handler does not allow her to make an appearance, get on a podcast, or do anything without her sitting right next to her, but interjecting. I think, and again, this is from the outside looking in. Maybe I've misread this, but it looks to me like she thinks that, like, she is envious of what Raven has, and she plans to ride Raven's coattails, and she's mad that nobody still accepts her. Listen to this. Listen, you're rich. And Raven-Symoné was like, yeah, not as rich as me. Just watch this.
You're rich.
Not as rich as me.
Really? Wait, what? You're wealthier?
Yeah, we can talk about it after.
Wait, why? No, we'll talk about it now. You brought up some shit I didn't want to talk about. The fuck?
And you didn't talk about it, so
no,
read the
I talked about some of it. I still want. I'm going to have some cuts after this. Believe you me.
Trust me, we are too. Yeah, we are too, Robbie.
You got a nice pool? Why don't you invite us over?
Come over.
See, the best thing the rich could do is like, I was rich, it's amazing. I hate when the rich do the other thing, like they're going to be poor. It's like, we don't also want you to be poor. We just also want to be rich.
Yeah, this is very true.
By the way, getting richer, and I tell this to people, I could not recommend.
Now, for you guys just joining, this clip, I'm going to let it play in a second, but this clip actually went viral because Miranda kept feeling the need to insert herself to downgrade Raven and to imply to me, to the world, that Raven don't got the money you think she does. And also, at the end of the day, Miranda, nobody cares about you. Why are you always trying to take center stage in every podcast that Raven is invited to be on?
Enough. I don't know how to put it into words. Money makes you so much happier and better. There's not even a question. So put that to rest.
You know what part of
being poor, horrible. Okay,
Being rich?
rich people born rich, they might not have the happiness because they're used to it. But if you're poor and you get money, much better. Much better.
Part of why I feel like I have to stand like 10 toes down about it and speak with my whole chest is because so many people think I married Raven just for money.
So say, I didn't. Say I'm richer.
I do. That's what I just did.
So do it right here.
I didn't marry Raven for money. I'm richer.
You married Raven because you're attracted to her. Yes.
I married Raven. I married Raven because I'm really attracted to her, even her boobs. And she might remove them, and that's fine with me because I don't care.
Even, first of all, the way she was like, say it is. I'm richer than her. Okay, well, all right. I didn't know it was a contest, but go ahead. But then when they were like, say it with your chest. Say it because you're attracted to her. I married Raven because I'm attracted to her. It's like, Raven, you don't even see this woman is playing in your face. Again, I never paid the relationship any due, but after this mess about, stop it. Stop talking to Miranda. Miranda's sitting there. Miranda, did you have to? I am sure that in Raven's whole podcast, maybe 4 comments about Miranda. How long did you have to read through comments before it got to you? But again, did y'all catch that at the end? Because Raven is very, very sensitive about her body. She has, issues, she's very, very sensitive about her body, especially her chest. Did you catch that little dig? Listen to this. Does this not sound like that mentally abusive guy that tries to neg you into dating them? Listen to this.
I married Raven because I'm really attracted to her, even her boobs. And she might remove them, and that's fine with me because I don't care.
Even her boobs, because she's married. I married Raven because I'm attracted to her, even her boobs, because I love her body, even though she might have them removed. What is this constant need that every single time this girl gets on a podcast? First of all, Raven, why you got your handler on a podcast? Why? Like, but there's more. Hold on. There's more. There's more. There's more. Yes, I collected the whole world. What's the next clip? Oh, now this next one I'm going to show you, this is an old clip. And I'm just going to say this. And if you are not Black, please just shh, because you don't understand. But if you're Black, you're going to understand the context, all right? This is an old clip. I took note. It shows this weird disdain to me. It seems like she has for Ravens Raven has a whole wide fan base. Black, white, Puerto Rican, Haitian, Asian, it doesn't matter. But she seems to hold a special place to disdain, at least for me, in her inevitable Black fan base that Raven can have, right? And low key, I think, I'm just prefacing this clip. I think Raven needs to take a little responsibility for this, because I also feel that because of Raven's family issues, she has issues, maybe, I don't know, low views on like the Black community. And that's, I'm trying to tiptoe around it. I think that's probably what bonded them, if that makes any sense. So it's not surprising to me that Miranda's microaggressions, that's Raven's wife, seem to be coming out more and more. Again, it goes to show that issues that you see in heterosexual couples, it is reflected everywhere because it is the person, it is the soul, not the gender. The same way that there will be somebody dating another race and they're like, yo, that's my preference. And you're like, is it? Because if you're dogging out your own, or if you have low views of your own community, that's not really a preference. A preference is, do you want an apple or an orange? I prefer the orange, but if the orange isn't around, I want the apple. I like both of them. I'll eat both of them, but I prefer the orange if there's an orange. A preference is not when you're like, yeah, no, I'm never going to do this. Ew, yeah, there's something wrong. That's not a preference. You see what I'm saying? But listen to this, right? Where's this clip? Y'all gonna lose your. Listen to this clip and just watch the facial expressions.
I have learned.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. I found it. Hold on.
I have learned by being with her how white people talk to each other when Black people are around. Like, I didn't know that white people said hi there all the time. I was like, I've never gotten a hi there. Raven is up there.
Yo, let me tell you what my wife did. Let me tell you what she said. She said,
oh yeah,
I wish you would go upstairs. I said, what'd you say?
Go upstairs?
What? I wish you would what? And she was like, what's the matter with that? I said,
no, there's no I wish you would.
You just had fight words with me.
Yeah. You threatened me.
You threatened me.
And I was just like, I wish you would go upstairs and do this for me.
And it doesn't matter whatever you said after, even if you said, I wish you would.
First of all, look at her handler's face. Her handler is mad that Raven's reconnecting with her own people. Her handler's mad that Raven's smiling without her. Her handler is mad that there is a conversation going on that she cannot inject herself in enough to become the center of attention because she doesn't understand the context. But she's just mad. They could be talking about like biscuits, waffles. She's still mad. Keep watching. It gets worse.
Beautiful, positive thing.
Doesn't matter.
Bring me a cherry because automatically means you're then now being sarcastic and you're being combative.
Yes.
And
but
then it's like
tone play no role.
No.
Even it's worse if it's nicer.
Exactly.
First of all, Miranda, this tone.
This is crazy.
Miranda, in every culture, telling somebody, I wish you would, there's only one way you can take that. But let's continue.
Because then you're like,
I wish you would. I wish you would. Okay. Because then it's like, I'm going to come out too harder.
Well, I wish you would.
Her handler is getting more and more mad. Don't laugh. Listen, don't laugh too loud and look like you're having too much fun without your handler. She's going to shut you in the room. You're not going to be allowed.
She is tripping me out how she keep calling her the handler. She's the handler. Oh my God, that's funny. Here we
Is
go.
getting more and more
She's
mad.
getting more and more mad.
Don't
The handler.
listen. Don't laugh too loud and look like you're having too much fun without your handler. She's gonna shut you in the room. You're not gonna be allowed to play with your friends anymore.
Oh, you're playing in my face.
Right.
Guys, I love you so much.
You guys are speaking her language.
Yeah.
I feel validated.
This is the
You guys are speaking her language.
therapy that was needed.
This is the therapy that was needed. Listen to this.
I feel validated.
This is the therapy that
Look, Raven's calming down because she realized Mama Bear handler doesn't like it. And again, she has this weird thing to talk, weird disdain that she has to show Raven's black fan base. It's weird.
it was needed.
Again, Raven got to take responsibility for this because Raven.
Yes. Now you're playing in my face.
Right.
Guys, I love you so much.
You guys are speaking her language.
Yeah.
I feel validated.
This is the therapy that was
yeah.
needed.
Yeah, Raven had to wipe that smile off her face. It was very, very ridiculous. Raven had to wipe that smile off of her face. Hold on, where's another one we can put up? 1 second. There is.
I'm here.
Okay, so this.
I'm here with Miranda, my wife, to tell you to stop it in the comments and stop with the death threats. Stop it.
I hope to clear the air right now and letting you all know that
Okay.
I never have once said that I did not know who Raven was. I only ever said that I did not grow up watching That's So Raven. I did not.
That's not what she said. I'm going to show you the video, but Raven is such a cutie patootie. I still look at her as the girl from the Cosby Show? What was her name on the Cosby Show? I forget. But anyway, she still got that cutie patootie face. Look.
Watch her as a child. But since getting married and meeting her in 2015, I have seen the majority of her work. I love That's So Raven. I think she should have won all the Emmys. I think my wife is endlessly talented. I'm receiving so much hate.
Again, that was a dig too, because Raven feels like her work on That's So Raven should have won Emmys and awards, and it was overlooked. So even when Raven, and you got this woman out here looking stupid, does this not look like, remember that one relationship coach, Derek something,
my
that got
God.
caught cheating on his wife, and she came out there with a bonnet and said, you see a bonnet, I see a helmet. You see a old T-shirt. I see a shield of salvation, the armor of salvation. And I was like, I see a bonnet and an old T-shirt on a dummy. I don't know what you talking about. What mirror are you looking in? I would like to see myself. You see someone that ate too much ice cream. I see somebody's body that is summer ready. Because I was like, I just see a dummy with a bonnet and an old T-shirt. I don't know what you talking about. But remember how she was sitting there and every single time, like, usually, I mean, I guess like this is like women in men's spaces. Usually it is a woman sitting next to the man. Let me tell you something. This, that, and the third. Instead, she got this woman that is constantly taking, whether Raven realizes it or not, and she's taking jabs and she's belittling you. This woman feels some type of way that Raven is the famous one in this relationship. And it makes me think if Raven wasn't famous and couldn't get them on spots for their podcasts. What's this? Couldn't get her spots on the podcast, or she couldn't be her plus one for the events that people are like, Raven, are you bringing Miranda? Oh, you are? Oh, no, that's great. Can't wait to see you guys. And the people on the other line when they hang up is like, bring him Miranda. Bring the cheer out here. Could I lower her mic? I thought we told you not to invite her. Oh, God, why she bring her everywhere? Like she doesn't realize, like, Miranda, you're not the draw, whether you have more money or not. But this reminds me of the scene when there is a woman defending a guy being Captain Save-A-Ho, and he just got her out here looking stupid, dumb, and confused. Look at Raven. Girl, first of all, Raven, you ain't never beaten the charges on that cutie patootie face of yours. I don't care how much of your hair you shave off. I don't care how many baggy hoodies you wear. I don't care how much you try to mean mug the camera. You are a cutie patootie, miss. There is something about your face that is cuteness overload. Probably because we saw you grow up and you look exactly the same as you look when you were on the Cosby Show. Your face is cuteness overload. You are a cutie patootie. What are you doing me mugging the camera? You are making a fool out of you and me. And you know who I blame? Miranda. Miranda, that said, please do not say nothing else to this girl. Whoever was in those comments, and I feel like it was Miranda off the burner count, talking about people are sending me death threats, Raven, trying to get more attention. Nobody say anything to Miranda because I think she likes it. I think she read through. Raven probably had 6,000 comments being like, oh my God, Raven, we love you. We love you. Oh my God. And then she looked and saw like one comment from her burner account being like, yeah, I think you should die. Miranda, nobody is checking for you. But let's rewind and continue because we have to see Raven trying to act hard. You ain't like Adam DC from Cell Block 1. Raven, stop.
Gangster
Embrace
Raven.
your cutie patootiness and know that you are not going to intimidate anyone. And you are too rich and privileged and loved to put your hands on somebody. But let's get back into Cell Block O. Raven being hard as they come. Hold on. And Miranda, I'm telling you, I hope Miranda changes. But anybody that's ever seen this type of relationship, either with someone you dated or like a Franco threat, whether you're a man or a woman, the gender doesn't matter. We've all seen this.
I'm here with Miranda, my wife, to tell you to stop it in the comments.
Funny thing is, before I saw this video, I was like, you got a wife? What? Huh? Okay, keep going.
And stop with the death threats.
I didn't know that.
I hope so.
Sorry.
Me too, man. I didn't know. I mean, somebody was saying, I mean, she trying her best to look. But I didn't know she had a wife, man. Oh, God dang, man. Y'all people killing me with this stuff, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to be nice, you know. Uncle Mike I don't understand. I understand. And I know what's going down.
I just want to rewind it because this was like a very teachable moment. Hold on.
Stop with the death threats. Stop it.
Nothing says, I'm serious. Then stop with the death threats. Zoom in. Stop it. I'm sorry. I know she was being serious, but Raven, come on now. Like, why aren't you just blocking those people? If they really were sending, why didn't Miranda report it to the police? Because she seems like she would report it to the police. And again, if somebody sent me a I would report it to the police too. I'm not shading her with that, but she definitely seems like, you know, some people are like, oh, I'm not getting the police involved. Not me. I call the police. I call the police. I call the police. But Miranda seems like she is more, she'll call the police too. You know what I'm saying? So I think Miranda was doing this from her burner account, but let's continue.
I hope to clear the air right now and letting you all know that I never have once said that I did not know who Raven was.
Not true. I remember her actually saying she was into other things. She didn't know who Raven was. She didn't know about the show. She didn't know this. She tried to play it off because, again, I think Miranda desperately wants to be known. Congratulations. I think Miranda definitely wants to be known. I think that she definitely, hold on, guys, technical difficulty. I think she definitely wants to be known.
How old is she? How old is this girl? I mean, what's the age difference? Because if you don't know her from That's So Raven, you definitely know her from the Cosby Show. She looked like she a little older than Raven. Poor Raven. Raven just look old. I'm sorry, Raven. Look like life to beat you upside your head, girl. Lord have mercy, poor thing. I'm sorry, y'all. Raven, you look... Oh my God, you didn't age well at all, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uncle Mike, sorry.
That so much. So I think she's jealous, and I'll say it again, of the success Raven has. I think she's jealous that you can go anywhere in this world, and definitely anywhere in America, with Raven-Symoné. And even though this was how old is Raven? I don't know, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, everybody, because she looks the same, will recognize who you're with. I think Miranda aspires for that. And I think she literally just created this hoax to get us to pay attention. Listen.
I only ever said that I did not grow up watching That's So Raven. I did not watch her as a child. But since getting married and meeting her in 2015, I have seen the majority of her work. I love That's So Raven. I think she should have won all the Emmys. I think my wife is endlessly talented. I'm receiving so much hate for something that is really just a big spiral of internet misinformation.
And for all of the blue checks out there acting like trolls, sit down.
Thank you, next.
Well, first of all, I don't have a blue check. I don't think that this is I don't think this is trolling, but let's continue.
What's a blue check?
Okay.
I'm here with Miranda, my wife.
Okay,
to tell
so
you
that was the wife. So where's the last? Hold on, 1, 2. I wanted to make sure I showed you all
What
the
I
clips.
heard was that the average person.
Okay, and again, I want to play this one again because I was actually shocked how this woman, even for her podcast that she said she invented, she's mad that everybody tuned into the podcast to see Raven and not her. Sorry, Miranda. Like, even Miranda, when she says she has more money than Raven, I want to see the receipt because Raven looks like she pays all the bills. And honestly, Raven looks like Miranda is her handler. So I wouldn't be surprised if Raven just believes Miranda has more money than her. And Miranda used that as a way to get access to Raven's funds. Because if she is your handler, if you can't go, if you can't go, that was God telling me to stop talking trash. Sorry, my puppy. That was God. My puppy's running down. Okay, so anyway, right? If Raven was like, if Raven was over by business managers and had the issues that most child Raven was. If Raven got screwed over by her parents and got screwed over by business managers and had the issues that most child stars have, just hear me out, right? So you got the issues most child stars have, and as well you should, because there's a lot of people that took advantage of you when you're young, naive, this, that, and the third. Bet. All right. So then Miranda comes in, and Miranda's like, no, baby, I'll get you healthy. I'll do this. I'll do this. I'll do that. And she is like, oh, this is nice. But she's probably still like, how do I know you don't want anything from me? How do I know you're not just trying to run game on me? Because there's been other people that came and said, oh, baby, I got you. And you were just trying to get to my funds. Because I know those Cosby residuals are sitting next. I know those That's So Raven residuals are sitting really, really lovely. I think I watched That's So Raven enough to give her like at least like 3 years of income, right? Just in my house alone. So, okay, fine, right? So, in order for her to trust, Miranda would have to say something like, you think this money means something to me? Please, I got more money than you. I don't need your money. I was trying to help you out. But you know what? Since you don't want it, and Raven was like, no, baby. No, you've been the best person for me. You've treated me so well. You've done this, you that. Okay, fine. And I bet you she feels comfortable. And Miranda managing her money and doling out her money because she believes, why would Miranda ever steal from me? She got her own money. Again, this is probably all fan fiction I'm writing in my head, but something about Miranda, I don't know her personally, but I know when someone's running game, and Miranda's running game. I don't care if you're a woman. You're running game. If that was one of my girlfriends, I would be like, that ninja is running game on you. I don't know where he's lying. I just know he's lying, right? And usually the lies revolve around money, success, all this other stuff, right? Even the way Miranda's like, I got more money than her. From what? What do you do, Miranda? What do? You clearly don't work. Do you come from money? What's your last name? You wanted to tell us you got more money. Why don't you finish the sentence? But I don't think she can, because that was the same sentence that got Raven. And let's not forget, because Raven is a child star, and I'm sure she has experienced some horrible things because the industry seems super evil. Look what's happening to Little Nas X. Look what's happening to Tyler. Like, the industry seems super, super evil, right? Look at Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez. Like, on and on. Ariana Grande. Victoria, just on and on and on and on and on.
The little boy from Different Strokes. What you talking about? Arnold. What you talking about, Willis? Yeah. Look at rest in peace to the little brother. It's funny, man, when they are kids, when they grow up, it's only one person that changed over. The little, did I do that? What is that? That little corny little boy that came on and he kept his little thing going. That's the only one.
Right?
Everybody else got crazy.
But there is a certain naivety that happens when you are raised in that environment where you are a commodity and everybody's trying to get from you.
What about the Home Alone guy? He was home alone and they was trying to get into the house. What happened to him?
I don't think that you have the wherewithal to really like recognize like some game, because you've lived in a shelter society. That's why when you get into those circles, if you can get into those circles, con artists usually eat those people alive, because it's like they don't have natural it's like an animal that lives in a coral reef. Yeah, it might not have any natural predators because it's in the coral reef, but if you figure out a way to get into that coral reef, it's shark attack. You see what I'm saying? I think Miranda got into her coral reef, you know? Because where you get your money from, Miranda? You said you had money, so you might as well explain it, right? And even the podcaster was like, and she's like, I just need to understand why I can't stand on business and say it with my chest. Girl, first of all, nobody knew you were rich. Nobody cares you're rich. And why are you trying to let us know that Raven don't got that much money? But again, all this came from a death threat that she received in a comment on a podcast. Again, I think it came from her burner account, but let's continue.
What I heard.
The way she made her money, excuse me, she was a personal assistant for a lot of celebrities. She was a personal assistant for a lot of celebrities, formal role management for celebrity schedules, the schedules and logistics and everything. She did like a birth duo, which provide material and support during childbirth of like celebrities and different things. So they paid her well.
The average person in our
they paid her well to do whatever she did. I feel you. Here we go.
It's her talking down to the podcast listeners because everybody was like, so great, Raven, you're so great.
What I heard was that the average person in our country has a 6th grade education. That is the average person, and the
reading capability,
and 6th grade reading capability, which means that the majority of people you are interacting with online, and that made me understand my comment section a lot better, because I was like, I am literally like, this show, it's called Tea Time with Raven and Miranda. The amount of time
in my comment section, girl, that is Raven's comment section. That's why Raven's name is in the beginning. This is Raven. 10 years from now, is going to look back and be like, why didn't y'all tell me? And we're going to be like, Raven, everybody tried to tell you. You just didn't want to hear. But let's keep continuing in my comment section. Oh, Miranda. Oh, also, I want to give a shout out to Don't Shadow Bammy on YouTube. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. They said, well, that's very CUNTY of her. Very, and not in a good way. And not in a, she is not serving. It was just, okay, let's keep going.
That people still ask what I'm doing sitting here is mind-boggling to me. It's like, I started this podcast, not Raven, me. Like, that's why I'm here. being told that I should just be the person who like puts water in cup, being told that I should just be the person who like puts water in cup, being told that I should just be the person who like puts water in cup. It's so shocking to me that this is
Light? Just plain.
not water.
Not water, just Crystal Light.
Why Crystal
I
Light?
don't know, I just thought about it.
That's so weird. You don't even drink Crystal Light.
You're right.
So, listen, since I'm decoding the relationship, right? Who said that? Somebody said somebody funny. Cassandra McNeil said, show the threat. Nikki Rich said, JoJo, we don't care. Wait, no, stop. You guys, stop. This is not about race. This is about toxic relationships. I think that we can agree that toxic relationships span, it is equal opportunity. Again, stop. This has nothing to do with race. This has to do with the fact of there's something wrong. There's something.
My bad. All this time I didn't even have the comments up. God dang it. Uncle Mike, you gotta do better. Put the comments up.
Off with this girl. I think everybody else can see that she wants to be famous so bad and Raven can't see it. I think Raven's like, this is the first person that's loved me for me. And I think two things can be true at once. Maybe Miranda does love her, but Miranda also sees you as a vehicle to get all the validation she's ever wanted and all the attention she's ever wanted on her. And Raven doesn't realize, Raven, she wouldn't date you if you weren't famous. She wouldn't date you if you couldn't get that attention on her. And then she gets mad that even when Raven's like, all right, baby, here you go. Like, if you are what you say you are, then you have no fear. The camera's here. You know, Super Sharp by Lupe Fiasco, right? If you are. Anyway, I feel like when they're like, go ahead, baby, this light's on you, she stands there and we're like, meh, where's Raven at? And it infuriates her. I think it infuriated her. Raven can do better, not like looks wise, because I'm not going to talk about somebody's looks for the mate they wanted. You can sleep with her if you want. Not my cup of tea, right? Like, to each their own. I would never talk about like somebody's mate's looks because I ain't sleeping with them, so have at it, right? However, I do think personality wise, she could. As a matter of fact, hold on really quick. I gotta ask chat. Hello, chat. I have a question.
Chat GPT.
Hold on, let me get chat on the line. Hey, quick question. You know the actress Raven-Symoné? I have a question. What's the name of her character on The Cosby Show? And two, she's married to a girl named Miranda. What does Miranda do? What's her, I don't know, LinkedIn, IMDb? What does she do for a living? Where does her money come from? Was she ever famous? Did she ever try to get into acting? Can you tell me a little bit more about her?
That's what I just did. When I typed it in, I said, how did she make her money? And that's how I got there. Here we go. Watch this. Let's see if she get the same thing Uncle Mike got.
Chat up and see what happened. If y'all know in the comments, please let me know. Please let me know. Again, this doesn't have anything to do with race. This doesn't have anything to do with gender. The people who said it, Raven, exposure time said Raven seems to have definitely married a nobody narcissist. Again, listen. Somebody said, I'm sorry that I've said that. They are the same. Raven is clearly cuter. I hope that Raven learns. Well, you know what? Who said that? Hit it on the head. Fire comes out of me. Said she hopes Raven learns to love herself. And I think that's what it is. Even her needing a handler and her needing a safe space, it seems like in Raven's life, she has been betrayed. And again, armchair psychology. We don't know Raven. We don't know Miranda. Please, nobody go and say ish about Miranda in those comment sections or whatever. Let Miranda have what she claims she loves, which is peace. Don't put anything in there, right? Watch how she'll be like, how come nobody saw her? She might fake her own disappearance like by Gone Girl. But it seems like Raven has been so mistreated by women and men in her life at an early age. And they looked at her and just treated her so badly that she looks at the way this woman talks to her And again, I get we're only getting clips, but still, if you're talking to me crazy in clips, imagine what you're doing in the privacy of our home. And you can't even see that the way this woman talks to you and treats you and does all this stuff is highly, like high key, like not even disrespectful. It's just, it's a red flag. Hold on, y'all. It's almost my bedtime home. Oh, that's what it was. So Raven was Olivia Kendall, the stepdaughter of Denise and Martin. That's right. She joined in season 6 when she was just 3 years old and quickly became one of the most popular characters on the show. Miranda Madey is the wife. Now she's
what was her name? Damn, I missed it.
Bedtime home.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that's what it was. So Raven was Olivia Kendall.
Olivia. That was her little name. Okay.
Miranda Madey is the wife. Now she's Miranda Pierman Madey after marriage. Raven-Symoné is Raven-Symoné Pierman? Okay, sure. Profession. She has worked in the entertainment industry, but not as an actress. She's been a social media manager and a content producer. Past roles include work as an executive assistant and a coordinator in Hollywood. And she's worked for the Walt Disney Company and also in health and wellness coaching. Raven, you better get a copy of Miranda's Chase account. Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Nah, baby, I'm going to have to see your 401k. Miranda, where's this money come from? This doesn't sound like a moneyed background at all. She's not wildly famous. Oh, look, public profile, ChatGPT. I know Miranda is probably fist bumping, like punching the air. ChatGPT said Miranda's public profile. She's not wildly famous in her own right. Her visibility comes mostly from her relationship with Raven-Symoné.
Oh my God,
she gets
that's
her presence
crazy.
on Instagram and has appeared with Raven on YouTube in their joint channel, 8 p.m. Miranda, I know you mad. Even ChatGPT was like, she doesn't have anything else going on for herself besides being Raven's plus one. Career and fundraisers. Miranda's career has mainly, career and finances. Miranda's career has mainly been behind the scenes in media and wellness.
Go to bed, girl. Go to bed.
She's not a major actress or public-facing celebrity like Raven. Most of her money appears to come from her professional work in social media and media management, plus collaborative projects she now does with Raven. Okay, so most of her money, and again, this is just ChatGPT, it could be wrong, and the most you've ever been has been a social media manager and a content producer. And past role, you were an executive assistant and coordinator in Hollywood, and you work for the Walt Disney Company and also in health and wellness and coaching. You don't have any money like that. How much could you have made a year? Let's just say she even made $1 million a year. Let's just say, and I don't see the million, but let's just say she made $2 million a year being a social media manager and a content producer. We know it didn't come from content producers because we've never seen her. And I'm not even shading her. I'm just saying, if somebody is getting those views, you would at least, there would be some type of legacy, right? Executive assistant, how much could you make? Even Diddy's executive assistant was making $600K. Warren Buffett's executive assistant makes $800K. Who were you an executive assistant for? Probably Raven. So that means that you was, well, maybe you were paying yourself $5 million out of Raven's trust fund. And you were a coordinator. Coordinators in Hollywood don't even make $200K. You work for the Walt Disney Company, but you didn't say what. What if Miranda was like the person in the goofy costume in Disney World?
Go ahead, leave her alone. Don't say that. No, she bloop with the kids. Oh my God, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Hi, kids, welcome to. Or she was the one. It's a small world after all. I'm just saying. What if? And health and wellness coaching. Okay. Sure. Again, there's no legacy footprint, so I doubt you're making that much. So let's just say good old Miranda was making $2 million a year, right? Raven got more money than you. So again, if you're sitting up there saying, well, I actually have more money, but we don't actually see it, and you don't come from a rich family, then that means you are perhaps over exaggerating. But why would you over exaggerate? Class, say it with me. She's over exaggerating. Why? Because that's how you get access to Raven's money. Again, this is why wealthy people always get scammed by someone pretending to be rich. See, let me put y'all down on something, right? At least this is what I think. This is my observation, right? You know, people are like, you know, new money, it's loud. But no, poorness is loud. But wealth whispers. Wealth doesn't whisper. Wealth, it just shows itself in ways that if you're not part of that class, you just don't understand. You see what I'm saying?
You don't see it.
You know, people are like, oh, look at billionaires. They wear $10 tank top. They wear plain black t-shirts and plain jeans. Yeah, except for the t-shirt is like handmade from silkworms off of the Vietnam coast, and the jeans were cotton picked one by one. It might look like a regular black t-shirt and jeans to you, but to the other wealthy, they know like, yo, he's wearing $3,000 jeans and those t-shirts are about $2,800 each. You know what I'm saying? They know. And wealth is very loud because when they're in their own circle, there's nothing they love to do than one up each other. That's why they always got to have a bigger yacht, a bigger house, bigger, like they always have to one up each other. They're very, very competitive. You don't actually hoard wealth and not be competitive because that is a sort of competition. However, they like to show off just among themselves because they know that if the average person truly knew how much money they spent and how much money they have and how much money is whatever, there really would be a revolution because the wealth disparity is so crazy. You just don't understand. So because you don't understand, you think it's quiet. It's quiet to working class because they don't want us to get active. You see what I'm saying? Follow me on this. Let me keep going, right? So, right? When the reason why the wealthy are always getting scammed is because you know how they're like, oh, dress like old money, do this, do that. In every nation, and even in every big city where the wealthy is, they have their own dress code. It might look stupid to us. It might look dry to us. The way if you go to some wealthy enclaves, like in Montecito, they look like Gwyneth Paltrow and Meghan Markle. Forget about the race. They wear very minimal makeup. They always look like they're a little bit tired. They always look like they didn't really do their hair. They always look like they really didn't do their hair. They always look like they just got done spending the day at the beach and the wind was blowing their hair around and they had their hair tucked behind like each ear. It is a look. And the way they're always wearing like baggy, loose linens and the way they're always doing yoga poses, right? But they'll never wear anything revealing because that's the way they show they got a little bit of hoe in them. That's the way they are socially acceptable, sexy, doing yoga poses, you know? Instead of doing like a regular thirst trap, they doing yoga poses to show that they can gracefully bust it wide open. But again, that is a uniform of a rich Montecito woman. It is what it is. If you go into London, they call them Turteltaufs, right? They are the aristocratic thing, right? Generations. When they are children, they dress their kids like little Oliver Twists with shorts and knee socks. Looks stupid to us. However, it is a uniform. As they get older, it's a uniform. Same way if you go all over. They have a way of dressing that is a uniform.
Yes.
Where they send their kids to school, it's a uniform. It's an ID pass, right? So if their kids go to prestigious private schools, right? Yeah, it's the price, but it's also an ID card because when people hear, oh, you went to that school, it's saying, oh, you belong. You're one of us. That's why people kill to get their kids into that, even if they have to pretend and sell the house, because once you get inside, you are in a network, okay? And if you dress like them, and if you go to the same schools as them, then they assume that you are one of them. And what does that give you access? And even if, doesn't matter where you are on the ranks, you could be the most popular of them. You could be the one that's just like, whatever, get out of here, brokey, because you're the least amount of money at them. But when it comes time to do business deals, to have weddings, so that you're still part of the family. You might be from the poor side of the family, but you're still part of the family. They would still rather have work with you and have you involved than have to go to others. Now, why are they like that? Well, they are elitists, they are classist, but it's also a self-preservation because usually in those circles, you are afforded your status through generational wealth or through wealth. You didn't have to work for it. It pretty much was handed to you. At the very least, this is what, and even if it wasn't handed to you, yeah, it pretty much was handed to you, right? But here's my whole point. If you get into those circles, because they automatically believe that you have money and you have lineage and if you're like, oh, I went to that Swiss boarding school, I did this, I did that, your dress day, you look the part, you dress, they look around, you have everything they have, they automatically assume, oh, well, I don't have anything to worry about. And if you come to me and tell me that you have a good investment or you have something that's going to make me money, you know what? I'm going to invest. Why? Because you've already passed the security checks. And the security checks are the way you dress and the schools that you went to send the signals that you can be trusted with money. Why? Because when it all boils down to it, they think you have your own money. So they think that they are also getting on a winning team. Now, why don't pull that all back? Because I know Miranda doesn't come from alt money. I know this, I know that. But Miranda, to me, seems like one of those people that are trying to pretend like she has money. But somebody that truly came from money would never say, I have more money than her. Because for what? For what? For what? What would I gain from letting people know? Of course, it'd be like me being like, oh, but sitting in a room since y'all want to be like, I'm not black, sitting in the room in the national, in the monthly Are You Black meeting, and me being like, oh, let me call my 4 grandparents. They're black too. Would you like to visit them? I would never prove that I have 4 black grandparents because I do. It's just stupid. And anyone that's demanding, well, let me see your grandparents. Like, no. Just like if I said, yeah, I got more money than all of you. Let me see your bank account. If y'all get out my face. Matter of fact, just forget I said anything. I feel like Miranda is running a con on Raven, and she does not have that. I don't think she has money, and I think she used the fact of saying she had more money to get access to Raven's money. Because right now, Miranda, you are giving vibes of you are living off a Raven, but listen, that's just my thing. Raven doesn't seem like, somebody said that would give Raven the husband role she's providing for Miranda. Raven doesn't seem to have the, what is it, yin or yang? I forget which one. She doesn't appear to be the one that has the masculine energy. Miranda reminds me of, and again, I might be reading into this, she reminds me of the male in the relationship that's living off of the woman and her money, but resents the woman every step of the way and can't wait till she gets her own so she can leave. He can leave that woman and be with who he really wants to. Because sometimes I read this whole thing, I saw this thing on Instagram where they were like, be careful who you help. Because when you help someone, people automatically believe. When you help someone, people automatically believe that you are looking down on them. And they resent you for looking down on them, and they'll never forgive you. And when I read that, it was a meme on Insta. When I read that, I said, you sound like a psycho, because I never resented anyone that helped me. I've always just been grateful. I actually think it's wild that you're taking help from someone and resenting it. You don't got to take the help. Go help yourself, right? Oh, you're trying to look down on me. As you're taking the help, you're waiting to destroy someone because you're mad that you had to take help from them. That sounds like a personal problem, right? But my point in saying all this is that Miranda seems like one of those people that you really even resent the fact that Raven is helping you and you need Raven for us to care. Again, it's very, very, very odd. I really don't know what's going on, but I know with Raven, girl, and this all had nothing to do with orientation, doesn't have anything to do with race. Please, everyone, love who you want to love. And let me tell y'all something. In 2025, everything that used to matter, all these things they put in our heads of ways you could tell friend or foe, that is no longer actionable. In 2025, there will be people that look just like you, being the worst to you. Love who loves you. Cling to that person that treats you right and do your best to treat them right. And that's how you're going to get through this. Because in this day and age, being like, oh, they're LGBTQ, they're this, they're that. That's all BS. It's all game they put to make us hate each other. Find someone that loves you, is down for you, and will take care of you. But don't let them be your handler, right? So this don't have anything to do with LGBTQ or race. These are all labels they put on just so we could infight. This is literally about toxicity. And I don't care if Miranda was a white male, a black male, a purple woman, a polka dot woman. I don't care. It would still be a level of toxicity that is just not acceptable. And Raven just doesn't see it yet. Like, for instance,
I am literally, no, because sometimes I look at these things and I'm just like, my gosh, like this show, it's called Tea Time with Raven and Miranda. The amount of times that people still ask what I'm doing sitting here is mind-boggling to me. It's like, I started this podcast, not Raven, me. Like, that's why I'm here. I can just be the person who like puts water in cups. It's like,
she started the podcast and we're asking you, what are you doing there? No, Miranda, people are just like, because nobody cared until you I started this podcast. Then why did you put Tea Time with Raven and Miranda? You know, Miranda can't wait to take Raven's name off. But unfortunately, Miranda can't make it work, you know? Again, listen, Miranda who said that? Mandy S said, thank you. This is not about race. Miranda is just toxic and has zero respect for Raven. And I would go as far as to say, Miranda doesn't strike me as racist. She strikes me as egotistical, self-absorbed narcissist who's using Raven. I don't think this level of disrespect openly, I don't think that if Miranda got with anybody, even another white woman or a white man, I don't think she would treat them any differently. There is something in Miranda where she needs all the attention. But again, before I go, we just have to look. Again, exhibit everything that this is a toxic ass relationship. Look how dumb she got Raven looking.
I'm here with Miranda, my wife, to tell you to stop it in the comments and stop with the death threats. Stop it.
I'm here with and the funny thing is, Miranda, why you got Raven out here doing this, talking to the thing? Are you going to be happy till you don't have any podcasts? Get off your burner account. Stop sending death threats to yourself and be serious for 10 seconds, Miranda. God, got this cutie patootie out here trying to look like it's the Thuggish Ruggers ball.
Oh my God, girl. So you said that the wife is sending death threats to herself so she can have something to talk about. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You know, and you could tell Raven, and at least right here, it looks like she just wants to have peace. I feel like she listened to like that with Metro Boomin and Kendrick on Kendrick's verse over and over and over. I feel like she had Kendrick's album dissing Drake or whatever those tracks were. I feel like she had that shit on repeat trying to hype herself up. She was like, nah, give you buck. See, I'm a down pistol holder. Literally. I feel like she had to hype herself up for this. And even then she was just like, oh, Raven, you played a cootie patootie, but you ain't never playing a crime boss.
To clear the air right now and letting you all know that I never have once said that I did not know who Raven was. I only ever said that I did not grow up watching That's So Raven. I did not watch her as...
First of all, I saw that clip. That's not what she said. Hold on, I have that clip. That's not what she said. She's like, I had no idea. I didn't even this show. What are you talking about? Even since we gotten together in 2015, girl, you literally researched Raven and read her like a book. Miranda, stop playing. You probably found out her favorite flavor ice cream. And when you and Raven met, you probably put yourself in her path and was like, you know what? What, baby? You know what I like right now? What? I like some Speckaloo's ice cream. And Raven was like, oh my God, I love Speckaloo's ice cream. For real? Let's do it. Hold on. Yeah, Miranda is. Hold on, let me find this clip for y'all. Because before I go, you have to see it. Oh, that's what it is. She made a point of saying that every chance she got, she never heard of Raven before, never even knew she was famous because she was into other things as kids. And Raven, being too clueless to understand that she was lying, was like, oh my God, I'm glad I found somebody that doesn't recognize my celebrity. Miranda, shut up. Hold on.
That's crazy.
Oh, and I want to say in this clip, this is important to realize, right? Where are we at?
I'm eating off camera.
Where?
Raven. I think she should have won all the Emmys. I think my wife is endlessly talented. I'm receiving so much hate for something that.
Okay, so anyway, Raven went from being like, not give you buck in the camera to now looking meekly to the camera for solidarity. Listen, all I can say is this, and I'm going to say this to anybody that is in this. If you like it, girl, I guess we love it. But I do feel like how Mandy S said, Raven is going to feel like such a fool supporting Miranda. No one was threatening her. People were calling her out because they saw this behavior a long time ago. Listen, uh, listen, listen. At the end of the day, like, yeah, uh, prayers up to Raven. You made that little monster named Miranda, and you made that little monster Miranda, and now you are completely stuck with her. What y'all think in the comments? Oh, here we go. Regular Rose said Raven is a Sag, Miranda's a Leo. Their entire relationship is an ego trip. You think so? You think Sagittariuses have big egos? I feel like they just want you to let them do what they want to do. But maybe somebody said it's definitely given. Who said it's definitely? Demetrius said it's definitely given Handler. Impressive 444 said it's the look on Raven's face. Says I told you so. She loves me, girl. Right? We've all been there. Everybody's had their dum dum chapter. Some people's dum dum chapters, like Chloe and Tamar, they last a lifetime. But everybody's had a dum dum chapter. And if you haven't had one, if you've been lucky enough to have one, you've seen friends that have had their dum dum chapters. When you're just looking at them like, yeah, I can't wait till this is over because I'm going to throw all this in your face. Every little dumb thing you said. Yeah. Right. Listen. Oh, Chakra Love says Sags have huge egos. But isn't their egos tied to they're always right and they should be allowed to do anything they want? Like a Sag's ego, I feel comes out to play when you're like, no, that's not the way things. What you mean? That's not like. That's when it comes out when they want to be right or they want to do something, and you tell them like, no, they need to consider somebody else's feelings, or no, they need to think about the group, or no, this is an inappropriate time to crash out. I feel like their ego is tied to their right. So because they're right, anything they want to do at any time should be 100% allowed, you know? Mandy S said the marriage is doomed. They don't even share the same bedroom. They sleep separately. Raven herself said this. Raven, check that woman's phone. Why can't you sleep in her room? Why can't you sleep? Check that woman's phone. Check that woman's phone.
They don't even sleep in the same. They got separate bedrooms. What? That's crazy. That is crazy right there.
Listen, Luz said, Les or Luz said, I think that people see such as egotistical, but we're just always right and perfect. Okay, Luz. Okay. Okay. Somebody says, what's my MBTI personality type? I am the debater. I think it's a debater. And when a SAG knows they're right, that need to be proven right. Demira. What is it? Demira. Exactly. When a SAG is right, you can just be like, just go home because you are going to hear about it forever. First of all, they're going to be as obnoxious about it as they can. You're going to hear about it forever. And then after that, the one time they were right, after that, every time they want to do something, they're going to be like, they're going to be empowered. Like, yeah, you didn't want to believe last time. And we in the same, like, it's almost like, it's just like, okay, fine. You was right back in like, I don't know, 2007, but we were like playing crayons. Like, what are you talking about? And they will literally be like, yeah, so now in 2025, you got to listen to me. Like, it emboldens them. But I will say one thing, though. SAGs are usually right. We might not want to hear the truth, but they usually are right. About not like if they want a selfish thing, but they usually are right about reading the situation. Like a SAG, if it's like a group hangout, the SAG will be like, I'll mess with her because you'll be like, yo, what's wrong with you? How come you never have any chill? You have to ruin every function. Why are you trying to do that? And then 6 months later, you call them and you're like, yo, remember so-and-so? And they'll be like, yeah. Yo, she did this, and this, and that. And they'll be sitting there like, I tried to tell you. I told you she was a fake bitch. I told you she was fake, but y'all didn't want to listen to me. I got kicked out the brunch. I was just saying that she was a fake bee. Yes, I threw my mimosa in her face and called her a fake bee, but that's because I called her shading you 6 months ago. That's why Sages. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Listen. I feel like SAGs, not when they have a selfish motivation, but when they are looking at a situation objectively, they can see through bullshit really easily and they will call it out very, very quickly. Again, within 10 minutes of meeting somebody at a bottomless mimosa brunch, they calling somebody a fake bee and throwing a mimosa across the table because they feel like, again, when they're being objective, not when they're trying to get over you or run game, but when they're being objective, they can read a situation really, really well. You know what I'm saying? Listen, somebody said, no, if a SAG is going, if fun and adventure is involved, don't try it. Exactly. Yes. Listen, again, SAGs are really good at reading situations very, very objectively. It has to be objective because when y'all are objective, y'all are on the money. When you are not objective, yeah, I will say one thing. I love Sages. I love them, love them, love them. Y'all are fun. Y'all will turn up. And I will say, all my Saggy friends, every crazy idea I get in my head, y'all right there. Y'all right there. Y'all up there. You got some friends and I'll be like, you know what? We gonna do blah, 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 blah. And you got some friends that's like, girl, no, stop. You're doing too much. Sit down. Saggies will actually be like, say less. Say less. Bitch, I'm outside. Get in the car. That's your Saggies friend. Say less. Get in the car. I'm already outside. I had you on the phone while I was driving over your house. Get in the car and let's do this. That's why I love my Saggy friends because yeah, it is fun. It is fun. It is fun. And yeah, you want to pop up crazy, a Saggy friend, you can literally be like, yo, I'm thinking about robbing this bank, but say less. I'm outside. Come on, let's go. I'm just saying, I love it. I love it. I love it. So Cassandra McNeil said, I just believe Raven knows better. Miranda has been verified and knew who Raven is. Well, I don't think so. I think that Raven, I don't know.
Somebody said, who car we taking to go rob the bank? What's a SAG? I don't know who a SAG in the house. What is a SAG? I don't know what a sag is. Y'all gotta let me know in the comments, please. What is this? What is she talking about, a sag?
I don't know. I do know.
I hope it's something good.
But Raven has issues. Like most, and I don't mean to say like there's something wrong with her, because we all got issues. But Raven has those type of issues.
Somebody saying shout out to all the sags. I guess a sag is somebody that's down with you no matter what. That's what it seemed like that's what the definition is. I gotta quit swaying off. Okay, here we go.
Come from being a child star, having fame, which is like carrying a trunk on your back of gold. There are a lot of people that want to be next to you just because they want to stand in your light. And then they get so jealous that the light's still shining on you. They're trying to figure out, and this is what I think Miranda's trying to do. They're trying to figure out she's trying to figure out how to steal Raven's light. But then every time she tries to, she realizes that the light doesn't shine unless Raven's there. So she's trying to figure out the way to keep that light on her and get Raven out of there. And as soon as she figures it out, Raven gonna feel so dumb about this whole situation.
She never gonna figure that out. You're never, ever gonna figure that out, because that's so Raven is in your heart from years ago. So everybody is there to see her. You need to start a whole nother podcast and don't even mention Raven, and bring all the people that like you for you. Them people ain't gonna jump ship. Them people ain't gonna jump ship and come. They came to see Raven. That's a given. Hell, if I went to the show, I would want to go see Raven. I don't know who this girl is. I want to see the cute little girl that was on the Cosby Show. That's it. So if she ain't on the show, I'm going to the next channel. That's it. That's it.
Right? Saying if Raven didn't have breasts, she would still. No. Cassandra McNeil, you misunderstood that. Raven is very self-conscious about her body. Raven actually has a big chest. Raven wanted to get a breast reduction because she felt very self-conscious about it. So that's why it was even more weird. And after she lost weight, I guess, like, things that happen when you lose weight. But for her to be like, I love her, even her breast, even her breast, you saw the way Raven was like, even her breast. And even though she wants to have a reduction, I still love her body just the way it is. Hey, AZ Provocateur, the AZ Provocateur. Welcome to the Tattletales fam. How are you? Welcome. Listen, Reggie B, thank you so much. Appreciate that, Reggie B. Listen, Peyton said, I have a SAG sister, and that woman is not down for anything. Nope. Leo's, on the other hand, definitely are. See, again, maybe because it's your sister and you're the one that's always getting her into trouble. But in my opinion, Sages are down for anything in my life. Leos too, but Leos will never put themselves in a situation where they feel like they look stupid. Like if you want to crash out, and Leos will feel like it will lower their social standing or lower the way people look at them, they won't be down for all that shit, because their social standing and the way people look at them is very important. Your Saggy friend, at least my Saggy friend, they will crash out with me. They do not give a what? They will crash out with me. They don't care. They don't care if everybody in the room is like, y'all doing too much. They don't care. They don't care. Because that's the great thing about Sages. They seem at least not to care what other people think about them. Like, if y'all want to talk, we'll talk. But like,
Sagittarius.
I don't know. I just feel like the Sagittarius one, they don't care if people they don't care about look at them like they're crazy or whatever. Because they're just like, well, guess what? I don't care if you don't like me. I probably didn't like you either. So it's okay. Yeah. Oh, somebody says, I think it depends on their places. Oh, BYOB TV, Be Your Own Bella TV said it's given Twitch and his wife vibes. I hope not. Ooh. Listen, yeah. Empress 44 said Leos worry about their reputation because they want to be a star when it's said and done. And again, no shade to Leos, because Leos are great people too. We're just talking about like just the different signs, because like, Leos, good people. Good people. Good people.
My dad was a Leo.
Some CEW said I used to think Raven was the dominant one in their relationship. Me too, but obviously not. Obviously not.
Wow.
Obviously not. Listen, they know we are crazy. Exactly. Y'all don't care. You guys are literally like a crash out 5,000. Y'all don't care. And I'll be right there like, yes, let's crash out. So it is what it is. Anyway, her wife's birthday is August 6, 1987. 87. Wait, 87. Somebody said 38? They want to
get her they palm read.
She's 38? I thought she was older.
By Tisha.
Boom. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Enough about Miranda. Yes, Geminis are. All my besties are Geminis. Twin. Anyway, you guys, listen. Let me get out of here and get some sleep. We have a busy day tomorrow. Don't forget, during the week, I will be going live. During the week, I have a lot of great videos. I'll probably post a video after I drop this. There's some updates in the Diddy case. But during the week, if there's no legal stuff, baby, we getting back into the gossip and running things down, baby. If you want a distraction, if you want to laugh, if you want to intelligently dissect all the mess, come to this channel. We will have a good time. And I think I might even do a roundup tomorrow of like all the news that we missed over the weekend. If everybody's back to work, I think it'll be fun. All right. Listen. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments if you're watching this on playback, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning.
Peace.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Well, I am a Taurus, the bull. Taurus the bull, baby, which means that I'm nice. I try to be nice, but once I cut you off, when I cut you, ain't no coming back from that. You gotta work. You gotta almost change your whole skin to get back with Uncle Mike, baby. I don't just cut anybody off. But when I do cut you off, you gotta work. You gotta put in some work. I don't even sweat it, man. And oh man, that's so Raven. I'm sorry. This girl. She don't look nothing like that little cute little girl that was on the show. That's all I gotta say. So look here, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.